Hello, I'm Catherine from Tiny Talk Mole Valley, and I thought you might like the rhyme Round and Round the Garden. This is a rhyme that we use in our newborn communication workshop course with little ones under 12 weeks old. It also features in our baby signing class, which is suitable from birth up to about 18 months, and also it's one that we use with our toddlers in our toddler talking classes for those who are 18 months plus. Do you know the rhyme already? Let's quieten down the music and say it together, and then I'll tell you some more about how to use the rhyme with your little one. Are you ready? So find a little hand or a little paw. Hello, Teddy. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, Teddy loves his paws tickled. Round and round the garden like a teddy bear. 1 step, 2 step, and tickly under there. Does your little one like tickles? Not everybody does, so if they don't, if it's not for you, then do something else like a stroke you under there, a touch that they do like. So when we use this rhyme in our newborns communication workshop course, we're thinking about that little palm. As you may know, little babies can often have their fingers curled in, their fists crunched up. And what we're doing is, once we've opened their hands, we're giving them a sensation on the middle of their hands to get used to the idea of what that feels like. And also amongst the different fingers, a feeling of movement and dexterity. So as we move our finger around in their palm, that sensation of it touching different parts of their palm. And very gently with them, we, rather than jumping up their arm, we slide very slowly 1 step, 2 step, giving that continuous touch, so it's much less of a shock, much more gentle. And instead of a vigorous tickle, as you might do with an older child, maybe just rubbing on their shoulder, or if you want to rub down on their side, very gently there as well. So that's another way of doing it. So opening up their little hands like this, round and round the garden like a teddy bear. 1 step, 2 step, and tickly under there. So ever so gentle and slower than we would do with older children. Then for our babies, it's a repetitive rhyme, so you can say it again and again, and they get used to what's going to happen, the fact that there's a tickle coming, a bit like in some of our songs where it starts off slow and gets quick, and they have a little dance in the chorus. So then you can hop up, and again they're getting used to the idea of it happening on the left, and then maybe you can repeat it on the right, and a little tickle as well. So they're getting used to that anticipation. They're learning to expect something, and with you saying the rhyme again and again, they get to learn the words and understand what's happening next. So let's try it on both hands like that. We also change it up a little bit and give them a little bit more variety, including some more signs. So in the first hand, round around the garden. And then maybe the second time round, round around the haystack like a little mouse, tickly, 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 into his little house. So we've got a few more signs, a few more words there. And then we could do another verse as well for the babies, maybe slowly, very slowly, like a garden snail. Like a snail. Lots of snails in my garden at the moment. And so a slow one as well. So you've got the quick mouse and the slow snail for the babies. Should we try those verses? Round and round the haystack like a little mouse. Tickly, tickly, into his little house. Oh. And then other hand, a nice slow one. Slowly, very slowly goes the garden snail. Slowly, very slowly up the garden rail. So you've got another speed there. You're using the rhyme at a different pace, using different words in it as well. and that expands the use of that same rhyme with the babies, with the slightly older children. And then toddlers, well, what can I say? By the time you're getting to 18 months old, they're really engaged and they know what's going to happen in the rhyme. Maybe you've already been using those 3 verses with them, maybe a few others that you might have learnt at Tiny Talk. We do love to expand on a song, bringing back old verses for things and using lots of language, alliteration, rhymes to help them learn. Really important for developing their language, literacy and learning skills as they get older as well. And with our toddlers, you might find that they know the rhyme well enough to be practicing on you. So maybe instead of doing a circle on their hand, they can actually draw a circle on your hand. So you can start talking about the circle shape. So drawing a circle, they're using their fine motor skills to draw a different shape. Maybe you could change it up and say, oh, this time we're going to draw a square when he goes around the garden. Can you draw a square on my hand? So bringing in other learning as well. And talking about a different subject. So we could do one about the weather, for example. Okay, so thinking about that with a slightly older child, maybe different, they could do the rhyme on you, and we see that a lot in toddlers where they are actually running the tickly spider up mummy or daddy, or they're telling you what to do, or they're responding to, and it's very much more a two-way conversation. And that's what we're aiming for. We're aiming at Tiny Talk to get communication moving, for you to understand each other and to really engage and communicate. So should we try one about the weather? We've got some rain and we've got the sun. Are you ready? So what shape will your toddler draw in your hand? Round and round the garden, in the wind and rain. Maybe have a little blow at each other. 1 step, 2 step, tickly there again. Then we're going to play in the sun. Round and round the garden, playing in the sun. 1 step, 2 step, tickly just for fun. So we have lots of fun at Tiny Talk. Whether you have got a newborn, where we're being very gentle, we're looking out for their cues, we're understanding how they're perceiving language and perceiving their experience, and how we are able to read what they're thinking as well. There's some basic signs, 15 signs that we learn over the newborns course to help you begin to communicate. Or whether it's in our baby signing class, where we're adding more to your vocabulary. And as your little one's interest in the world expands, so can the signs that you use with them. You'll often find that you have your first sign, and then maybe a little bit of a gap, and then 1 or 2, and then suddenly it really takes off. One of our little ones this week has gone from 5 signs to 11 signs just in a matter of days, just basically over the weekend since our last class. So it's fantastic when they are learning more about the world. And then get those toddlers engaged, work on their communication skills, build their confidence in communicating, and let them really engage with you as a two-way conversation, and use those rhymes together. And maybe they have got inventive ways of adding verses or adding actions, or getting more out of a rhyme. So really give them the chance to expand upon what they've already learnt with you. So whether you're a very new parent, or whether you've got a baby who's getting more and more interested in the world around them, or whether you've got a toddler who's beginning to really take charge of their language communication skills, then please come and have fun at Tiny Talk with us and support that learning even more. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to go round and round the garden in a way that suits your little one. Get in touch if you want to know more. You can email me at katherinep@tinytalk.co.uk, or you can visit the Facebook page Tiny Talk Moore Valley, or you can check out the website as well to learn more and to book your classes. Thank you. Goodbye.